This is Mongolian Mindset, and today we're going to be dropping another one of the interaction styles. Today is going to be direct versus responding. It's the last interaction style for us, so kudos to us. We finished all of the 6 videos. These allow you to find anyone's personality type. You find one of these metrics, you eliminate 8 personality types that this person can't be, and you keep eliminating down until you find their personality type. We're always going to highly recommend you pick up Linda Barron's work. Understanding yourself and others. This is the interaction styles, and this is the temperament. Chris, you got anything you want to say before we get into this?
Nah, let's get into it.
All right, perfect. And getting into this, so this is perfect because again we have the extremes here. I am initiating and Christian is responding, so we can give you guys a little bit of stories and things of how we've always worked as a team. I've known Christian for, I don't even know how many years now. Fucking long ass time. Almost, what, 15 years? 15 fucking years.
15, okay. 16 years, maybe? 16
yeah,
years.
16 fucking years, okay? So, we'll go back to that. So this is technically how to find anyone's personality type. Like we said, this is the sequence that we're doing here. Okay, so you have initiating versus responding. And you have the extroverts. Obviously, if you're initiating, if you're responding, you're going to be generally tend to be an introvert. During interactions on meeting people, we have a choice in setting the pace and tone of the interaction. So basically, when you see somebody come by or anything, are you taking a role where you interact with that person, or are you taking a more they need to react to me? I mean, I'm gonna respond to them. So, like generally speaking, your introverts will see you walking and they will just walk past you. Okay? Just walk right past you. The extroverts usually gonna say something, hey. And then the introverts like, hey, what's up? And then they keep going. Okay. And this can give you insights to what energizes a person and what fatigues a person, because obviously people generally do what gives them energy and people will avoid what actually drains them. Mm-hmm. So I'll go through the initiated one because I'm the extrovert of me and Christian. So you're gonna be focusing on the external world. Generally gets energy from 3 or more people, so it's got to be 3 or more. Less than 3 is generally an introverted role. Will reach out, initiate conversation, or change subject during interaction. So, what the extroverts would do generally a lot of times is they will change the subject in the conversation. They feel okay with the pace or changing the pace of it, or they'll just go to a different whole topic. And if you're in an interaction and you see someone doing that, that's points for initiating. Okay, they're just changing the topic. As in the responding people like Christian, they're gonna mostly like respond to what you say and stay on topic. They're not gonna just interject with something absolutely fucking new. Like I just change the fucking topic on them. So behavior is gonna be more gregarious. So they're gonna be out there like, oh, check me out. Gregarious with the energy, the charisma. Most of the times, fast paced, active. Like my cousin is the ESFP. This guy he knows how to get things going. I usually rely on him for a lot of like the social scenes and everything like that. Because if I get that little motherfucker to just go ahead and start it or something, then we are in good hands. He always says, you always need me to start it. And I'm like, go ahead, man. We want you here, Keith. The funny guy, hilarious. That man has the confidence of a god. Okay, in a little 5'7" body. Comfortable making first moves, not comfortable with long periods of silence. So generally speaking, the extrovert, if they get exposed to a period of silence, they're going to say something, or they're going to feel like some type of tension there. As in somebody who's responding, they may not feel anything at all. Tendencies are impatient with slow pace, like not happy when others don't respond back. Yeah, they can be really annoyed. They might send you another message or another fucking message. Like if you ever responding to a girl or something and you don't respond to them and they send you one message, then another message, then another message. That's initiating motherfucking. Can be intrusive, like all up in your business. We can be all up in your business. Tend to speak, then reflect. Okay, we're more of like just moving. Okay. Easier to get to know. Like people feel as though when they talk to you, they met you for a long period of time. What I could say from my own experience is me and Christian have always kind of had a 2-man team. and I do most of the extroversion work, and Christian does more of the introverting work. So what that looks like is, generally speaking, I'll find the parties, I'll find the social scenes, things like that, and Christian
or the
comes with me.
friend groups or whatever it is. Like Mercer's the one who gets to know the people.
Yeah.
You know, me by being in association with him, I get introduced to the people. That's how it usually works.
Yeah, but we're a good team, so it's always kind of worked out in our favor because what I don't do well, Christian does well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like to say, like, for instance, responding in the moment, Christian's a lot better at that than me. So a lot of times, if it's a very stressful situation or something, I'll be like, Christian, what should we do right here? If it's like right in the moment, like boom, we need to come up with something quick. It's like, all right, Christian, what should we do? He'll be like, all right, bro, we should do this. When it comes to like strategic strategizing, having a plan, that's more of my game. But if it's more of a in the moment, that's what Christian really shines. He fucking gets it done. I always say, like, he's a good closer, very good closer, like Michael Jordan.
Can you give any stories of
Stories,
you initiating?
huh?
You want to give some stories about you initiating?
I mean, it's just anything, man.
I
When we
could give
go
some.
out,
I could give
go
some.
go go for it.
All right, so in high school, right? Like it's like the end of high school, whatever. People like signing the yearbooks and stuff.
Oh shit,
Then all of a sudden, I see Mercer just like shoot off in a direction, right? Just run off in a direction. Like, what the hell? Like, where's Mercer going, right?
this
Apparently,
motherfucker pull out this story.
so he went to go like get a specific signature for somebody from a girl or whatever. And that to me was crazy because that's something that I would never do. But Mercer being an initiator, he just like, in the moment, just like went for the interaction, and that kind of shocked me in the moment. That's one story. Then another story would be like in the gym, like as far as like interrupting, let's say, or not being comfortable with silence. Like there was this guy who he was like acting weird towards Mercer because Mercer was talking to like a girl that he knew or used to mess with or whatever. Mercer knew this, right? So he went to the guy. He tried to like say hi to him, and the guy ignored him. But Mercer like did not accept that the guy wanted to ignore him. He said, "Hey, hey, hey, hey," and literally like grabbed the guy to say hi to him. And the guy looked shocked because I feel like the guy was more of a responding type like me. So he was like kind of put on the spot. He had like a weird face or whatever. So that's another example of like Mercer just making the first move, interrupting with somebody, being intrusive. You
Yeah,
know, that's
I,
an
I
initiative.
I can say a lot of times that like whenever me and Christian move, we move as a team. So like if you start something with one of us, you start something with both of us. So even if you feel as though like, I'm not paying attention to some shit, you about to get your ass beat by Christian. Okay. And whenever you remember that one time we was at the gym and the guy told you he was watching you like a hawk because you walked his girl to the car.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So basically, I had this
Crazy story.
yeah, it's a story, but I have this thing where like sometimes I don't get people's intentions. Like I have like a little delayed reaction to what people do, right? So like I don't catch what they're doing in the moment or their intention behind it. And then Mercer will let me know their intention later and I'll get angry. So this is an example of that because like this dude had broken up with his or his girl had broken up with him, right? So he's real sad or whatever. And I
Yeah.
know both of them. And the girl goes to our gym, so she's like, moving upstairs and I see him sad or whatever. Me being a good Samaritan, I wanted to go and tell him, hey, like everything's gonna be okay, right? So I go and say, hey, don't worry about it. Da 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 da. Well, the dude apparently thought that my intention was that I was gonna talk to his girl, which is not the intention whatsoever. And he got mad at me and he started saying, I'm watching you like a hawk, right? But I didn't catch it in the moment. And then Mercer's like, yo, what is he talking about? Why is he saying that? Whatever. Then when I understood what he was saying, we all got mad at the guy.
Oh, no. This is what fucking happens. He's missing the story. So
That's what
Christian,
happened.
Christian lacks intuition to understand what the fuck is going on sometimes. Like he can't make the jumps and the leaps of what the fuck is going on sometimes. So what actually happened was Christian, the girl felt uncomfortable with the dude. She asked Christian to walk her to a car. Christian obliged and walked her to the car. Then he came back. We're still doing like some shoulder shit.
But that was on a
And
different.
the dude screams, I'm watching you like a hawk.
That
And
was
my
on a
brain
different.
just immediately like, hold up, jump to the conclusion. Christian just walked her to the car.
No, no. I walked there on a
Obviously,
different day. See, you don't even know the
no,
story,
that was
bro.
the same day, bro. It was the same day.
No, it wasn't. No,
Bro,
it
it was the
wasn't.
same day, bro. We was
It
over
wasn't.
there on the shoulder machine. Bro, you full of
Because
shit.
I walked her to the car at night.
No, you
And
didn't, bro. That was the same night.
during the day, and Mike Taylor was there. Mike Taylor was not there at
Yes,
night with
Mike
us.
Taylor was there during the time when we said yes, because it was all three of us. It
Yeah,
was
in the
all three of us.
morning.
Yes,
In
he
the
was,
morning.
bro. You're crazy. You're going crazy,
No, I'm
Christian.
not. No,
You're
I'm
going
not.
crazy. You're
I
going fucking
remember.
crazy, bro. Mike Taylor was there. I swear to God. Because
I know he was there. I know. But he
yeah,
wasn't. I walked her to a car.
really.
That's not what happened. See, you're messing the story up. But anyways, it's an example of me like being more of a like responding type. It's like, well, actually, I initiated that one, so I don't know. I don't know. Go ahead,
I
Merch.
mean,
I initiated that one because I went up to the guy. So
well, you were catching his feelings with your FE, and you knew he was feeling sad, so you said something to him, try to cheer him up, but
yeah, and
didn't
it
know that he was
backfired.
more pissed because you was fucking walking this girl to her fucking car, and he's probably thinking the worst things possible in his head. Good thing, somebody with some intuition over here was like, yo, this guy is trying to fucking kick your ass. And I told him, yo, I said, I'll beat your ass in this gym. And the dude was like, oh, and I was like, yo, I'm not fucking playing. And then like afterwards, he's like sending me books and messages in my phone, like, bro, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't mean to do all that shit. Like, yeah, bitch, we'll whoop your ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the responding, Chris, you go and take it. You
All right.
took us on a
Responding
tangent.
roles. Focus on the internal world. Generally like to be alone or with less than 3 people. So as far as that, like I don't have a super large network of friends as opposed to Mercer who likes to network with a bunch of people. I usually have like a select few that are pretty close, and that's it. And I don't really necessarily seek out to expand that group. I see it more as a job to have that many people to kind of you know maintain because I see friendships like as you got to spend energy on them to keep them going, right? So I don't want to have like a super large group. I kind of want to keep to myself and less than 5 people, let's say. So, anyways, they intend to reach in, reflect, and respond. I'm usually, especially like when I'm driving and stuff, I'm always thinking about ideas or whatever or different things. My behavior is patient, slower pace, solitary, and responding to the subject at hand. They're comfortable with silence and working side by side without talking, not comfortable initiating with strangers or starting new conversations. Now, me, I've done a lot of work, so I'm actually, not uncomfortable initiating. I can initiate with people. I could talk to them like I don't feel any sort of way about it, but I've been told by people that I could be a silent person. And sometimes like I used to go to work and just not say anything to anyone and just
Yeah.
work like 8 hours, not say anything, and then go home. Whereas like now I don't do it as much, but I used to be like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
Chris used to be definitely like comfortable with silence, working side by side with like no talking. Watching a video, he'd watch a video or something and like not say one word to other people. I've got on him his entire life, like, yo, bro, you got to get better with charisma, like stuff like that. So he took an active,
yeah, I took a like an active role in improving that because I remember like when I was younger, like we said, Mercer's always the initiator, kind of extroverted person as opposed to me. So he would introduce me to people, and I would be kind of rude to him, like sometimes, or like I would be like, I don't know who that is, or like I didn't want to know him, stuff like that. Nowadays, I wouldn't do that at all. I would put on a good face, introduce myself, be kind, but that took time and developing. So, anyways, Tendencies, they think before commenting, will reflect or try something out, then speak and act. Harder to get to know, which that is definitely true of me. And they interrupt people when they're talking.
No, no, that's wrong.
They
They
don't
don't interrupt people when they're
they
talking.
don't interrupt people when they're talking.
My bad. I didn't.
Uh that applies a lot to me. Like I like to finish a subject before moving on to a different subject. Where I notice that a lot of people like to interrupt you while you're talking, which I hate. I hate when people interrupt me when I'm talking because it's like, especially if you ask me a question. If you ask me a question and I'm giving you an answer, don't interrupt me. There's a reason why you asked me the question. You want to know the answer. So let me finish my complete thought, then we move on to the next thing. Anyways,
You know who's the worst at interrupting people? Lyris.
yeah.
Oh my God. Like I said in the previous video, like my brother, a lot of the debates that he's won is because he just simply interrupts us and boxes in a corner with his mouth.
Yeah. He just talks more than us,
Yeah.
you know? And then like
You
to
forget your
everyone
place.
else, it's like, oh, like he whooped your ass in that debate. But it's like if you go idea for idea, it's like he didn't actually win. It's just you know what I mean? That happens a lot. But his brother will win debates, though. I'm not saying he
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just saying some of the times he just wins because he just speaks more, and that's it. Well,
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah, yeah. So um obviously we have the references as always, Linda Barron's pick up her work. Christian, you got any last things you want to tell the people
but
here?
do you have any more stories
Um
of like when I was introverted or whatever? You say whatever.
let's see. I mean, bro, you're just naturally introverted. Like we go places and Christian, I mean, he's gotten a lot better because he's worked on his charisma now. So he's way more friendlier. But when he was younger, that FE was just FE inferior was not there. And Christian didn't give a fuck who you were. He didn't give a fuck who you were, didn't care what you was doing, didn't care what you were going. It was just, hey, I'm a nasty motherfucker here. And I was like, Christian, bro, that's not gonna work.
Yeah,
Took
but
him
then
a while.
again, but Mercer, you played up your extroversion though when you go out socially.
Hmm?
Like like Mercer will turn his extroversion to 11 sometimes, where
Gotcha.
that's not really like his actual level.
Yeah.
Like when we go out, like he used to like run up, like run to people, hug them and stuff, and like bring them in.
Yeah, they love
Even at my most extroverted,
it.
like if I tried to be, I could never reach that level because it's like, bro, I'm just not that loving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like naturally speaking, um, I'm really not that extroverted, but during a specific point of time, I can like put on the mask of, hey, giving this person the greatest experience ever. Um, like, hey man, Johnny, yeah, people love to hear their name. Like, so if you say their name, you be like, oh Johnny, or Jack, what you doing here, man? Like, like they like to hear that, or people like to feel special. So you kind of use that when you're trying to be, even if you're an introvert, like this, the stuff can still work for you because the sweetest name to anyone, sweetest word to anybody is their name.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it
so
is what
crazy.
it is.
Which is
Uh,
like a big weakness of mine. Like I'm really bad with names, and it messes me up because I can see like the disappointment in people's faces when you don't know their name or you forget their name. Like that's a very real thing. Uh, like I had this girl at work, and she's about to, like we worked together for like 3 months, right? And like she knew my name. Like everybody at work knew my name, and she's about to leave. And she's like, Christian, I bet you don't even know my name. And I didn't. Like, obviously, like I know her. Like, if I see her right now, I probably recognize her and everything. But I'm just horrible with names. So, like, a big tip if you're introverted or whatever, you want to build some charisma, like start actively remembering people's names. That's very important. And start active, even if you're responding, like act initiating. I don't care what you got to do. Get in the habit of like saying good morning or
mhm.
hello so and so or how's it going? Just say anything. It doesn't matter. Like people hate it when you ignore them. So like an easy tip if you just want to be better with people is just acknowledge them. you know, as opposed to like the rest of the world just ignores them. Like people hate to be ignored.
And when you
But
walk past people in the hallway and you just don't say anything, then that person doesn't know who you are. So if, like, just like, what if anything does happen, they're not gonna have you back because they don't know who the hell you are. But if something does happen, then they know who you are and they got you back, because people like people that make them feel good. For myself, I'm not really that great with names either, but what I do have is I have a system. So if I'm with like Christian or something and I don't know their name, I'll say, "Yo, what up?" You know, like give them a, like, hug, whatever. And then I'll say, "Oh, this is my boy Christian." Now they have to give Christian their name, and then I just weasel my way
I
in. But now I just got their name,
never knew that.
Of course, bro. You
I
never knew
never
I
knew
worked that
that.
system, huh?
Dang, that's messed up. I never knew that.
Boy, I'm a genius, boy. I'm a
It's a
fucking
good
genius.
tip, but you need a friend though. You need a friend that they
Need
don't
a
know.
friend. So I'd always do that, like, "Oh, this is my boy Christian." Then they got to give Christian their name. They're like, "Oh, Christian, I'm Jack," or whatever. God. And then I'm like, God.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
the thing is like another thing is like if you're introverted, you trying to like level up and just like get past your introversion. It's like get them reps in with people. Like I don't care. Like even if you go into an elevator, right? Like for example, me at work, I go into an elevator and like people come in. I try to say what's up. Like not even to have a conversation. It's more like an acknowledgement that they're there. You know, like people just want to be acknowledged. Like that simple. And like once you get your reps in, you'll get more and more comfortable. You could do it anybody, and like you'll be more relaxed
mhm.
around people. You know, because I feel like a lot of people get anxiety. You know, a lot of people
like
get anxiety around people.
like
So that's
what
another.
what we're saying in all these videos is, if you have a preference for one style, obviously trying to learn from the other style. So if you are an extrovert, it's time to sit back and actually reflect and actually think before you do a lot of things. I'll notice that with a lot of ENTJs, they're so impulsive versus somebody like myself. I'm not as impulsive as they are. So a lot of like my Dion will say, "Mercer, I think you should look at the INTJ profile because your NI is way too strong." And that's because I've worked on my introversion perspectives of myself. A lot of times I do think and I do have a plan before I do things, as opposed to a lot of ENTJs who go TESE, and get themselves in a lot of trouble and blow shit up. So like if you are an extrovert, you do kind of want to start thinking before you do things, because you can run into a lot of problems that way. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely can help. And if you're introverted, start doing those mental reps here and there.
I feel like
Um,
you gotta do it because it's like there's a lot of guys who are even let's say scared to talk to girls, but of course like you'll always be scared to talk to girls if you can't even say like hi to your coworker. You know what I mean? Like that's like you can't even defeat level 1 and you're trying to take it to level 8, 9. You know, like it's never gonna work. So you need to get your reps in day to day with regular people. Just acknowledge them. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it works. Just introverted. The thing is I feel like if you're extroverted, introverted, right? So extroverted people live their life on attack mode and they get a little bit more out of life. If you're introverted, you live in defense mode and you only get what life gives you a lot of times. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to switch a little bit into attack mode and defend mode to figure out the best metrics for making it work for you as a person overall, because that's what our overall goal is. As like that's what this channel is all about, is making you better. A lot of people aren't doing that in this content creation world. And that's what we are trying to provide to you guys. But obviously we have a preference for one of these styles, and if you can figure out somebody's preference, you can figure out someone's type. But overall, learn both.
Try to meld the two together a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, try to get some skills from both. Yeah.
Yeah. Chris, you got anything else you want to say?
I think that's it. Good video.
There's a wonderful video. And that'll be it for this series. We're done. We finished it.